Really take that time to just come back and say thank you? Do we really take that time to see that price that Jesus Christ paid for us? I love my grandchildren. There's a special love. There's just something amazing about grandchildren. And anybody that has grandchildren will attest to this. I thought I loved my children, but I adore my grandchildren. And I have said, since my daughter was pregnant, that Mia is going to be a worshiper. And I start praying that word now. And I say, Lord, thank you because she's going to worship you in spirit and in truth. Thank you, Lord, for her life. I speak those words over her life now. And I thank God that God has changed me so that I can be a role model for Mia and for my children. Because we're called to make a difference. Go back and tell Jesus, I just want to say thank you. Go back to the basics. Remember that day that you got saved and you were on fire. You wanted to change the whole world. You wanted everybody to know about Jesus. What happened to that fire? What happened to that joy? What happened that you wanted to go testify to everybody? What happened? What happened to that passion? We need to go back and say, oh, I remember that day. I remember where I was when he saved me. And he turned my life around. Oh, I remember. Let me tell you about Jesus. Half the time we don't even witness to people anymore. But when we got saved, we wanted to change the world. We wanted everybody to know who this man named Jesus was. But out of 10, only one came back. So in closing today, my question to the church, will you come back and just say thank you? Will you go back to the basics to that day that he found you and he saved you and he turned your life around? Will you worship him the way you worshiped him that day? Will you thank him the way you thanked him? He paid the debt that we could never pay. But how is it that if you go look in your computer, in your bank account, and you see that there's a debt already wiped out, and you're like, who paid this? Or a big bill. Or for those that are students, you look at your bank account, and that loan is paid in full. What do? You start jumping up for joy, right? What? Who paid this? It must be a mistake, and the first thing you're going to do is call the bank and be like, that $84,000 is gone. What happened? Oh, somebody paid that debt. What? You want to call everybody and tell them that your debt is paid. You're going to college for free. You got a free ride. But Jesus paid a greater debt. But will you get just as excited because he paid that debt? Will that debt that was paid keep you going? Because his fire and his love and his mercy and his grace does. But will we only be thankful when we get something in return? Or will we be thankful always worshiping him and praising him? And always be willing to share a testimony? And always willing to lift our hands, ready to come and give him your best praise. And sometimes it's hard because sometimes we come in here and we're going through our own things. But he's not responsible for that. Many times we're going through things because of our own decisions. But he deserves to be praised at all times. He deserves the glory and the honor. He deserves it all. So my message to you is, out of the 10, one came back. Will you be one of the ones that will come back and just simply say, Jesus, I thank you? Church, that is my message today. Will you just say thank you? Will you just come back and say, Jesus, I thank you.